Hey gamers, today, we're diving into the fun and sometimes bizarre world of PvP games, where things don't always go as planned. PvP battles can be both challenging and full of unexpected, hilarious moments. If you've ever felt like PvP just isn't your thing, this video is packed with light-hearted stories about why you might not enjoy these games. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy this amusing journey through the ups and downs of the PvP world. 1. Unlearn lessons. Once in a PvP game, I thought I finally learned all the tricks needed to win. I entered the battle with confidence, but my plan was so brilliant that even I didn't understand how to execute it. The opponents probably thought I was a genius strategist, as my character ran chaotically from one end to the other. When I was eventually taken down, I understood that PvP still had many unlearned lessons, or maybe I just misunderstood the instructions. 2. The Invisible Hero Saga. Once, I decided to try out a PvP game, hoping to become a legendary fighter. I entered the battlefield, feeling like a secret agent, completely invisible. However, it turned out my invisibility was just in my imagination, as opponents found me within 5 seconds and, well, the fight ended quickly. From then on, I decided my superpower of invisibility is better suited for single-player games. 3. The coffee break. There was this one time, I planned a strategic attack in a PvP game. I carefully planned and waited for the perfect moment to strike, and then, the doorbell rang. I found myself choosing between answering the door or continuing the game. I chose the door, came back with a cup of coffee and some snacks, only to find my character already defeated. The opponents had given me time for a coffee break, but sadly, it wasn't a victorious one. I realized my cafe menu is safer in PvE mode. 4. The lag hero. I was always the one blaming lag when things didn't go my way. One time during a PvP battle, my character just stood still while I shouted lag across the room. Then I realized the problem. My cat had been sitting on the keyboard. Since then, I've learned that PvP battles and my cat do not mix. 5. The Accidental Pacifist. One time, I geared up for an intense PvP match, determined to make a name for myself. As the battle began, I got so caught up in trying to find the perfect strategy that I forgot to attack. I was dodging, blocking, and running around like an Olympic sprinter, but not landing a single hit. My opponents were probably confused, wondering if I was a pacifist protesting violence in video games. After that, I realized maybe I should stick to games where the NPCs don't mind if I occasionally forget to play aggressively. 6. The Spontaneous Dance-Off. In another PvP adventure, I was in the middle of a heated battle when my keyboard decided to glitch. Instead of fighting, my character started spinning in circles and jumping around. My opponent must have thought I was challenging them to a dance-off instead of a duel. While I was busy performing my unintentional dance moves, they took the opportunity to finish me off. Apparently, my dance skills aren't as lethal as my combat skills, which aren't great either. 7. The Gear Grinder. I once spent hours grinding for the best gear in a PvP game, thinking it would give me an edge. Finally, fully equipped, I entered the arena with confidence, but as soon as the fight started, I realized I had no idea how to use half of my new equipment. I was pressing all the wrong buttons, and ended up using a healing potion when I meant to attack. My opponent probably wondered why I was so well dressed for defeat. I learned that shiny armor doesn't make up for lack of skill. 8. The Peace Treaty. There was a time when I entered a PvP zone just to explore, not realizing it was an open battle area. As soon as I saw other players approaching, I panicked and started typing in the chat, "Peace, peace." They must have found it hilarious because they all stopped and just watched me as I tried to negotiate a ceasefire in a game that thrives on combat. To my surprise, they let me go unscathed, probably out of pity or sheer amusement. I guess I'm better at diplomacy than PvP. 9. The Glitch Master. In one particularly memorable PvP match, I discovered a glitch that let me walk through walls. I thought I'd found the ultimate hiding spot, safe from all attacks. I was wrong. Not only did the glitch trap me in an invisible box, but it also broadcasted my position to everyone. I became an easy target, and players lined up to take turns eliminating me. It was like being the main attraction at a bizarre carnival. After that, I decided that being glitchy isn't as cool as it sounds. 10. The Friendly Fire Incident. During a team-based PvP match, I was so focused on the action that I completely forgot to check who was friend or foe. I ended up attacking my own teammates, thinking they were enemies. The confusion and laughter on voice chat made it clear my aim was better suited for PvE, where friendly fire isn't an issue. 11. The button masher in a fast-paced PvP fight. I got so nervous that I started mashing all the buttons on my controller. My character ended up performing a bizarre combination of moves that made no sense and definitely didn't help in the fight. The opponents had a field day watching me flail around aimlessly. 12. The AFK disaster. Once, I joined a PvP match, and had to step away for just a moment to answer the phone. Of course, that's when the battle began. By the time I got back, my character had become an easy target and was already defeated. My team wasn't too pleased with my unplanned AFK, away from keyboard, disaster. 13. The wrong game mode. I once joined a PvP match, thinking it was PvE. I was wondering why the monsters were so tough and coordinated. After getting wiped out repeatedly, I realized my mistake. My friends had a good laugh, and I learned to double-check the game mode before starting. 14. The gear collector. I loved collecting gear and cosmetics in PvP games, but I spent so much time accessorizing my character that I neglected to actually practice fighting. I looked fabulous on the battlefield but was often the first to be eliminated. Who knew fashion and fighting weren't the same? 15. The overconfident healer. In one PvP game, I chose to play a healer, thinking it would be an easy role. I confidently told my team I'd keep them alive, but then I panicked under pressure and forgot to heal anyone, including myself. My team quickly realized their mistake in trusting me with their virtual lives. So, there you have it, folks. PvP games are a rollercoaster of unexpected challenges and hilarious moments, reminding us that sometimes it's not about winning, but about the fun we have along the way. If you've ever had similar experiences or if you have your own funny PvP stories, share them in the comments below. And remember, whether you're a lagged hero, a gear collector, or just someone who enjoys a good coffee break, there's always a place for you in the world of gaming. Until next time, keep laughing and keep gaming.